Hey, Boogie Oogie, how you doing? Up late tonight, huh? Yeah, I know the feeling. You getting any snow out there in New York? Hey, Barbara, how you doing? Hey, Robin. All right, good. It was okay today, better than I thought. Hey, JT. Hey, Lilac, how you doing? Oh, wow, Australia. Welcome. Hey, Zayden. I've been to Cadillac quite a few times, actually. They got a good barbecue place there, but the guy's from Texas. He's only open in the summer. Oh, Looney, you like the snow stuff? Hey, Kimmy. Hey, Dale. Oh, good. Glad you liked it. Oh, okay. Hey, love. How you doing? Hey, Mo. Hey, Leslie. Night owl yourself, huh? Wow, noon. Oh, okay. Miranda's a sweetheart. Yeah, she just can't get off that damn heroin. She's got a sister with the same problem, twin sister, Melinda. They're fraternal twins, but they look alike, identical. It's weird. Hey, Jiggy. How you doing? Feeling pretty good. Yeah, well, I uploaded my videos. Had a pretty good day today. Really looking forward to this tour of this Amish dairy farm and lumber mill. I've crossed paths with the Amish, but I kind of just like the interviews with the working women. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? You never know how the conversation's going to go. And with the Amish I've talked to in the past, it's been like kind of, how you doing? See you later. But with this guy, we talked for quite a while. Hey, Benny, how you doing? How much snow did you get down there? Oh, good, Mel. Hey, Tweety, how you doing? Oh, sorry about that. Stress sucks. Oh, thank you for doing that, Boogie. Yep, I'll get him to her. Yep. Yeah, anybody that has an interest in the Amish lifestyle, make sure you send me any questions you have because I want to cover every base on this visit. Really looking forward to it. I wish I could do it tomorrow, but it's Sunday and they're really into the Christianity thing and I didn't even ask. Yeah, I got lucky, boy. That made my day. The guy in the car had bald tires. There's no way in hell with front wheel drive. Hey, Pam. Hey, Hope. How you doing? Yeah, Boogie, feel welcome. If you're trying to build a business or get new clientele or anything, feel free to post a link on every one of my videos if you want for your business. It's no problem. Yeah, try and post cut and paste links on the comment sections of my videos. Hey, Tweety. That was a state mandated law. There were quite a few of them getting whacked by cars down in Gladwin and up in Mayo, Tweety. So that it was kind of addressed through some legislation. YouTuber, I don't really watch too many channels anymore, to tell you the truth. Doing my own thing and like, look, I like doing this, right? And it's basically just what I've done my whole life. But I'll give you an example. Like today, I got up around 10, went and got a coffee. 11 o'clock, I left, did the videos that you saw. I would do them anyway, even if there was no YouTube. It's just as how my life's been. Then I came home, uploaded about 80% of them, took a nap, watched some boxing, but the card wasn't very good. Dozed in and out of sleep for 2 hours, got up, uploaded the rest of my videos, and now it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I answered questions and I'm all done. I'll sleep in tomorrow and then start it all over again. No, I mean, there was a court case over the triangular orange reflective symbol on the back. That was a long time ago, but the lights, uh, I'm not sure how they came to that agreement, but it's definitely a good idea. I mean, dark horse, dark carriage, dark night. I mean, just a disaster. Oh, thank you, Barbara. Yeah. I tell people all the time, you don't see, I got a bad temper. Oh, thank you, Signet. Appreciate it. Confusing, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I don't really sleep in, man. I wish I could sleep in like I did when I was a teen. Those were the good old days. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Well, Signet, I mean, you probably would think that because you're a negative person and there isn't any goal and there was never any purpose. It's an interview based on the circumstances of the people and where they're at. You're making a mountain out of a molehill, reading into it too much. Hey, Superwoman, how you doing? Yeah, Signet's just a nut job that finds something bad and everything. Look at his channel; it's a joke. See you, Signet. One more place you got booted out of. Hey, Sag, how you doing? Oh yeah, I get pissed off, man. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Hey, Superwoman, how you been? Hey, Sue, how's it going? Yeah, we got a pretty good snow day today. Not the best, but better than it was looking. I mean, I stayed up late last night waiting for the snow. It never really came. Hey, Heather. Just some bullshit dust. And then it got better around 5 today. It was okay. I like the rough lake. You know, I don't know if you looked at the lake videos or not, but if you scroll back in my old videos, I go out there a lot in the wintertime, and we had record cold where it was record ice. In that area where you saw that rough water, believe it or not, it's about up to your knees for probably 150 yards out. It looks like you just drowned in 10 seconds if you walked out there. It's actually the opposite. It's very shallow all around there. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? 7 a.m. Wow, good morning. Hey, Stephanie, how you doing? Yeah, I haven't had computer problems in a long time. I got my new camera today. I haven't fooled with it. I charged the batteries up. I'll do it tomorrow. Hey, Mary, how you doing? So I'm going to start my Actually, I will start my portrait photography in the spring. $220 Canadian. Yeah, we'll figure out something, Lisa. We'll figure out something for you. Yeah, Amish are super interesting. I love talking to them when I get an opportunity. Yeah, 11 o'clock, man. That's crazy. You know, Stephanie, So Tweety's on here now. You know, she lives in Seattle as well. I don't know if you've checked out her videos. Oh, thanks a lot, Ashley. Appreciate it. I never really pay too much attention to it, you know. Oh, thank you, Lana. Appreciate it. Cape Town, interesting. Great. World Wide Web, huh? Hey, Gulab, how are you? Can you hear Daisy snoring in the background? Hey, Larry, how's it going? Boy, you're up late tonight. Lacey got nailed for drug trafficking in Ohio. Looks like she's going to get a pretty stiff sentence. Yeah, somebody just emailed me the other day. Got caught with some kind of distribution or something like that. Highly. Yeah. Yeah, she snores. See, it's getting a little windy out there now. Yeah, I mean, lots on my mind about the girls. You know, it's funny you should say that because I was just thinking a little while ago. Maybe I'll buy an apartment building up where all these Amish people are and move these girls up there. And maybe that'd give them a way to reflect on life and get a new start. What do you think of that? You think that's just too way out? Introduce the working women of Detroit to the Amish. I think it'd be a great idea. And the Amish are good Christian people. I think they'd be open to it on like neutral territory. Nah, she doesn't really eat that Tweety. It's too big. She just carries it around. Wouldn't that be super cool? I don't want to bomb this guy with, sensory overload when I take a tour of the dairy farm and the lumber mill. This guy was a cool guy. I mean, it wasn't like, I try and strike up a conversation whenever I run into the Amish. I wouldn't say it goes poorly, but it's like a matter of factly and have a nice day. Where today was different. Yeah, isn't that something, Katie? Yeah. Yeah, I'll figure this out, Lisa. Don't worry about it. No, this is the front yard of my condo. I think Maddie's a good person. Yeah, they had the Amish. It's really weird. They opened up this farmer's creamery, and I looked on the internet before I went over there today. I would have went over there anyway. It was out of my way. It said on their Facebook they were open till 5. I get over there, they closed at 4. It's the most half-assed run place I've ever seen. But I'm curious to go in there because I know an Amish family that had a super business, and they didn't sell anything in November because they were expecting to be in that place. It wasn't open yet, so they closed in their one building, and the new one wasn't open. So I bet it killed them for the holiday sales. Hey Zach, how you doing? No, Jojo, I don't. I mean, I wish the best for Maddie and Cheryl. Did I talk to him today or yesterday? Yesterday. That's exactly right, Barbara. I think the same thing. Yeah, I have that. Get some Remeron. I'll take one myself and go to bed tonight. Yeah, she does snore. Lisa, send me your email so I can get a hold of you tomorrow. Tom Reed, TOMREED, 1956 at gmail.com. Oh, that's interesting, Tweety. Huh? Coco is alive. Yep, she's down there. Would love to talk to her, but it just didn't run into her. Went over to her house a lot. If you look at that one video where I did about Detroit alleys, the alleys of Detroit, the one video where you'll see a pickup truck in the backyard, bunch of junk in the backyard, that's where she lives. Oh, Mary, sorry about that. How do the phone calls go? Like, what do you mean, Zach? Like, you mean people that I interview that you see or other interviews? Oh, that's cool, Heather. Huh. Yeah, I don't really know too much about that Superwoman. I mean, what I found, and I'm not saying this is the case with Maddie, is that, your brain does a lot of automatic computing. And I don't know if this is, I'm just throwing this out there to you. But sometimes what will happen is I'll find out that the dad is involved and the mother's involved, and you're thinking that they're a mother and father like you had. And then you get finding out about them and you realize that they're just lunatics and responsible for a lot of the reason why their kids are where they're at. And going back to dear old dad isn't the panacea that you think it's going to be. I'm not saying that's happening with Maddie, but I've seen it before. The parents are a big reason these people are where they're at. No, Boogie, I can ask him anything. I don't want to be, embarrass anybody when I'm down there. I don't want to give him the old drill instructor interview. And if you'll notice, the good interviews go well because of how they react to the questions. Hey, Mark. Yeah, Maddie, yep. I told him yesterday when I talked to him that they ought to have a Maddie channel and a Gerald channel because he's going to ended up getting banned off YouTube over his rap. Yeah, it's true, Katie. I would believe that. Yeah. Hey, Mark, how's it going? Yeah, so it's very complex. I say all the time, it's not one size fits all. Yeah, Jojo, that's got to go. Hey, Praxis, how you doing? Yeah, I should ask him that. I always leave an interview wishing I'd asked this and I'd asked that. Yeah, it's true, Lisa. I don't know if she had a choice in that, but either way, they went to a better environment. Hey, Piano Geek, how you doing? It's funny, True Seeker. They claim that alcohol helps you fall asleep sooner, but it affects your REM. Doesn't affect my REM. I sleep like a baby. Yeah, thank you, Tweety. I appreciate that. No, I tell you, I don't want to. I don't know what the motivation would be of anybody lying about their drug use. But I'll tell you, I listen to the same thing you do. I'm interviewing them, and a lot of times, man, I just call bullshit on a lot of it. It's almost like it seems more impressive if you have a high dollar amount, if you're a working girl, and that they think they're going to gain some respect through that. If a girl came on and said, I'm using $50 a day worth of drugs, that isn't quite as compelling, as exciting as 2 to 500. I just call bullshit on it. They're just not that busy as working women, you know? That's true, Superwoman. She calls me. It's her dad's phone. So you're right. Hi, Don. Yeah, I think they exaggerate the dollar amount. I really do. Yeah, I do, Boogie. It's weird, isn't it? I mean, everything else is truthful, but then I'll tell you another thing. I know this for a fact, and that is that I've had girls lie to me about overdosing. I don't know whether it's the embarrassment of looking like a weakling or someone that can't handle their drugs or someone that doesn't know what they're doing, but they will lie like hell about overdosing. They love to tell people they've never OD'd. I don't remember what Jamie said. I mean, Jamie could probably make 500 a day. I mean, there's enough old perverts out there, you know? Oh, okay, Lisa. Yeah, she ran around today quite a bit. I agree, Superwoman. I agree. Very tactful. He's not going to monkey wrench anything. No, you're right, Doug. But I only say that because I know how much some of them work, and that's not $500 a day. I mean, there's days some of these women don't have a date for a week. Oh, okay. No, Coco's down there. Yeah, people have seen her, but I couldn't find her. Hey, Janice, how you doing? With the customers, it's really hard to say. I mean, Becky's been doing it for a long time. She got out of jail a couple days ago. I called her and her went right into voicemail. One thing with these women, at least my experience, and that is they're hard to get a hold of. Their phones are disconnected, go into voicemail, anything you can think of. Rarely will someone say hello. No, sorry about that, Piano Geek. It's prostitution, Boogie. And it's like a pie-shaped equation. Here's how it really works. If you're young, cute, uh, You're going to get a lot of dates. You're going to have a Rolodex or a cell phone with 20 old men that are willing to pay you at any time, any day. And with a lot of these women, black, white, young, old, well, mainly young, there always seems to be guys in their 60s that are sitting in the back, kind of quasi dad, quasi trick, that bails these girls out, gives them money when they're running short on dates, tries to get them in apartments, gets them lawyers, takes them on vacation, that kind of thing. Very common. They get the money from these old sugar daddy type perverts, Boogie. No, I haven't run into Becky. She'll probably call me any day. Hope to hear from her. Yeah, the truth seeker, I'll tell you one thing about that, though. You may say that, but I've been down there early in the morning before and just watched guy in suit in nice car after guy in suit in nice car pick up these girls one after another, no matter what they look like. I mean, this isn't escorting. This is girls working the street. It's different. There's no short of Johns. And they're not, the Johns would surprise you. The sugar daddies, well, half of them are truck drivers, take them on long trips, and the other half are always kind of mingling in the background, used for emergencies. I've talked to some of the girls, and basically, these girls will sit on their lap while the guy hugs them, and kind of like geisha girls. That's non-sexual most of the time. A lot of lonely people out there, man. I had a buddy of mine marry a topless dancer in Las Vegas, and they had that 6-foot rule. And she said that the majority of her money was made by conversation with lonely people. It wasn't sexual like you'd think. Yeah, you're right, Jojo, but yeah. And these girls are experts in manipulating. I'll tell you, they bend these guys around like a Play-Doh doll. These older men, they got them jumping through firing hoops, rolling over, sitting up, you name it. I've watched it. Not pimps in the traditional sense, Lisa. No. Pimps kind of went out when the cell phone, the internet came in. They don't need men between them and the John anymore. There's a pretty good built-in safety factor. Yeah, you're lucky, Piano Geek. Oh yeah, believe me, that's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up, Mark, about the sushi, because I can't give you any numbers, but I can tell you that when you're working the streets like that, that's not escort, okay? And a lot of the girls hang in there because of these perversions these weirdos have, perverted shit, beating them up, choking them, weird shit. And they know that they're not going to call the cops, and if they do, nothing's going to happen. So you get the lowest of the lowest sexual deviant. Yeah, you can categorize it as sex, but a lot of it's weird sex, choking and weird shit. That's true too. If you listen to Tasha Harris on her channel, she's over in the UK. If you haven't tuned into Tasha, listen to her videos and watch her videos. She's excellent. She sums this up to a T. And she explains very well the typical guy that sees a working girl, particularly the guy whose wife is going through menopause, that kind of thing. Yeah, stuff like that, Sean. Yep. Yeah, that happens, Jojo B. Yeah. Yeah, isn't Tasha great? Yeah, Tasha tells it like it is. Tweety, tell True Seeker what Tasha's channel is. It's Tasha Harris, but sometimes you can have the exact name, you can type it in, and you still can't find the damn thing. That's not really true, Cade. There's a lot of guys with good marriages that still pay for sex with working women. It's a crazy world, man. I'm telling you. It's not, you know, my famous saying, one size fits all. I'm doing pretty good today. Had a good day. We got a pretty good snow, not the best, but better than I thought it was going to be. It was nothing up until around noon. Yeah, man, Lucy, I mean, I've learned a lot. Oh yeah, lots of married men. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm gonna go down to Detroit. I got a court date for that ticket I got. I'll probably be down there early, and my court date's I think the 30th, 31st, something like that. So yeah, I'll be down there getting more interviews. Actually, I kind of, this sounds nuts, but I love Detroit. I just do, man. It'd take me forever to adequately explain it. But Flint never really interested me. I mean, I know about Flint. I'm from Michigan, blah, blah, blah. But the last time I was in Flint, it was a great time. And I learned a lot. And I know where to go now. And I never knew where to go before. So I'm going to be doing a lot more Flint. But I'll never quit going to Detroit, you know. Yeah, no, you're right, Jojo B. Yeah, it's true. Flint's, yeah, there were some places, I was just going in the wrong areas before. I'd ask people and they'd tell me where to go, and I go by there and nothing was happening, blah, blah, blah. I thought the sole interview that I had when I was down there, I think she thought I was an undercover cop. Doesn't matter. Look, I'm not a ball buster. I'm not down there to embarrass anybody or accuse them of lying to me. I don't really care what she was doing down there. I think that some of the people that made comments were probably right. But so what? Well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, she's in a troubled spot, you know. What's that you ignored your whole life, Zach? What was that? Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, all right. I got it. I read your other comment. Yeah, yeah. Well, you're lucky you escaped it, Chief, Lisa, because you never know what. Here's the truth of the matter. I'm 100% convinced of this. Me as well. Everybody out there, depending on your circumstances, you have a price. I can remember when I was a teenager watching Johnny Carson one night, and he was interviewing some famous actress. And the gist of the conversation was, he said, "Well, I know what you do." He says, "What do you charge? 200?" She says, "No." He said, 500? She says, "No." He said, 1,000? She said, "No." He said, she said, "What do you think I am?" He said, "I know what you are. I'm just wondering what your dollar amount is." And there's an element of truth to that. Everybody has a dollar amount, even me. Luckily, I haven't crossed paths with it. I'd like to think that nothing would ever affect me. I mean, GoPro wanted to give me free cameras. Ain't happening. it. So you're lucky if you don't get into a position where you're going to get evicted, you don't have any money, and some old pervert's attracted to you. Because you'll never know what you're going to do behind closed doors as long as nobody knows about it. Look, I can give you 3 or 4 examples of women that were in college, went with their boyfriend, loved the guy, were going to get married, went through college, virgins, they screwed around, but they weren't having intercourse. Go down to a goddamn wet t-shirt night in Fort Lauderdale during spring break and bang some guy they'd never met before. Human behavior, it's all over out there. You never know what's what. There's no guarantees in what people will do. I've just seen too many examples of it. Nothing surprises me. No, I don't get lonely. I mean, I'm a crazy bastard. Anybody that's watched the channel for a long time knows that. So I don't know whether it's just part of being nuts, depressed. I don't get lonely. I got like a lot of weird hobbies. Today's an example. I've been doing this my whole life. it's my like hobby. Probably right. Yeah. Yeah, one night stand. That's exactly right. Yeah. But the point is these women, they'd be dating these guys for 2 years, and they loved them, and they were engaged, and it was the love of their life, and they weren't going to do anything until they got married. Go down, bang some guy they met one night at a bar in Fort Lauderdale on spring break. I think they constantly change, Zach. No one is the same at 20 that they were at 50, and I'm not talking about their body. I'm talking about their mind. You never know. Look, I've met people before, guys that just had this unique ability to seduce women. Yeah, it's kind of there's some truth to that, Tweety, because I know, at least at this part in my life, that if I want a companionship, I could get it, and if I want conversation, I can get it, and maybe when that all dries up and it's no longer an option, maybe I'll get lonely. Yeah, you could be onto something on there. I don't know, but you may be right. No, I've seen pretty good examples of change, Zach. But I mean, I'm an older guy now. The old finish line's not that far off for me. So now it's like all bets are off. Nothing really to lose, nothing really to gain. So I'm kind of home free from all the things that drive you crazy when you're younger. Oh, thank you, Superwoman. No, Daisy's a funny dog, man. She really is. I finally had enough balls to call the guy and told him that I couldn't go down to Gulf Shores, Alabama, in a condo for a month. I just couldn't do it, man. I'm really not into that kind of stuff. Uh, I don't want to leave Daisy, honestly. Daisy's not like other dogs I've had where you could drop her off and everybody loved her and was glad they could have her while I was gone. I don't really think it worked that way with her. That's true, Cade. That's exactly right. That's true, Leonard. Hey, I've said all along, I think the whole thing's hormone based. Yeah, Gulfport Shores. It's like a vacation community on the Gulf of Mexico down there in Alabama for a month. I think I'd have went nuts. I mean, I say all the time, if Miss America showed up at my door nude at 2 in the morning, I'd lock it and call 911. Now I'd be with a guy that invited me down there. I'm just not into that shit, man. I just couldn't do it. I like my life now, man. I'd say my life's better now than it's ever been. I still keep in touch with my wife, believe it or not. I talk to her a couple times a week or every other week. Well, now, Zach, you're tempting me. That's different. I did know Miss America Bonnie Lee Rafeko from Monroe, Michigan. I met her. I didn't know her. Honestly, these beauty pageants now, I don't think these women are that good looking. It wasn't like the old days. Even cheerleaders. I look at these college games now. These cheerleaders aren't that great. Yeah, I haven't lived with my wife like in 20, let me think, 22 years. She lives with her boyfriend in Florida. No, she lives with her boyfriend down there. I mean, I had like a bunch of girlfriends since then. Yeah, probably. I don't want any girlfriends now. No way. I had a younger girlfriend the last time. I wasn't even really into that, to tell you the truth. I don't think they're as good looking as they used to be. I like the all American looking girl, like the girl next door, and there just aren't that many of them around anymore. It's all fake tits and plastered on makeup and bullshit. Hey, Sheila, how you doing? Yeah, Gulf oysters is good. I don't like fooling around with crawfish. They're too hard to eat. No, no kids. No, I never wanted kids. No way. I don't. I have one new interview a couple days ago. No, I haven't got a lot of new ones, but I'm going to be getting some new ones. You know. Yeah, it seems like it, doesn't it, Stephanie? I got about like five older women, like 75 years old and plus, that just drive me nuts up here. Yeah, it's true. I see they just busted two UP Upper Peninsula cops for selling steroids and committing a crime with a computer. They're screwed, man. Bye bye, police job. Yeah, I kind of do. You know, I actually think my wife's my soulmate, really. It's just, as crazy as it seems, it doesn't. I- I'll probably never live with her again, which I'm cool with. It's Tom Reed, Reed, 1956 at gmail.com. Yeah, these are like 75 years plus. You know, it sounds terrible, but uh, this is really going to sound bad. You're going to think I'm a real dick for saying this. But I found that as I got older and I didn't feel like having sex with these women, I didn't want to get together with them. I mean, when you're young and your hormones are raging, that colors everything. I mean, they can be the biggest bitch in the world, but if they're good looking, you're trying to find the good in them, you know, because your brain's telling you this girl's nice, she's attractive, she's fun. But once that sexual bullshit wears off and you're not, at least I'm speaking for myself, you're not interested in them sexually, man, I don't want to do anything with them. I find more goddamn excuses than you could ever imagine. Yeah, it just kills everything. But when you're young and you're in your 20s, you're loving them, and you're telling guys you're going to kick their ass if they look at them that way again, and you want to go and beat up old boyfriends for not treating them right, and you know this just you'll drop $1,000 on a one-way on a round trip ticket on a weekend with no notice on some airlines, and you can spend 6 hours together in a hotel near an airport. Man, I am so glad I'm past all that bullshit. I really do. I don't want Viagra. I'd like to strangle the son of a bitch that ever invented that. That's for the women that had that invented, not the guys. I tell these old guys all the time. It's like, well, I just don't seem to perform like I used to. It's like, well, let me take you to a damn Costa Rican topless bar, bitch. You won't throw that Viagra in the trash. You're not going to need it. Your eyeballs relaying signals to your brain that are getting a hold of your penis and saying, it ain't happening. So you got to get a drug that gives you an artificial heart on. Yeah, I knew some young women liked older guys. You know, it's the old adage, it's not what you look like, it's what you whisper in their ear. And there's an element of truth to that. Isn't that the truth, Kate? Boy, words of wisdom. I wish I could talk to Insane Clown Posse. I like those guys. Hey, Malik, how you doing? I see these couples, like I got a neighbor of mine that's like 36, 37. He's got three kids, going through a bitter divorce. Sweetheart, man. Just if Poindexter had a twin sister, it would be her. She's just the sweetest, nicest girl. But I mean, I'm not interested at all. But I wish you'd really find a good guy because I think for what most guys are looking for, they're going to think, God, divorced with 3 kids. Well, she's a pretty good person. You know, they're hard to find. That's it, Detroit. Yeah. No, they do a Halloween concert, Zach. They do a Halloween concert every year. Yeah. It's funny how women think different than men. You know that, but in a way, I've mentioned before. I had a buddy of mine that modeled full time. He won that Fear Factor. Actually, some gay guy saw us walking down Rush Street in Chicago, and he said, "Hey, you want to be on a reality show?" And he said, "Sure." He didn't have to do the audition or anything. It's because this gay guy wanted him. So he got on. He actually wasn't supposed to win either, but they rigged the thing, so they redid this car race, and he ended up winning the $50,000. Now this would have been about 2000, and we would go to. He was loved to gamble. Blew all his 50 grand on Texas Hold'em in Tunica, Mississippi. We spent a month down there. But anyway, long story short, that's all we did is dick around for 5 years. I had sold a business on time, and he had modeling money. You know, it's like you go in, you make 3 grand, you're off for 3 weeks. So all we did is travel for 5 years. Deadwood, Tunica, LA, Seattle, Glacier National Park, Fort Lauderdale, that kind of thing. And everywhere we would go, I would have women constantly come up to me and want this guy to come bang them in their hotel room. I mean, it happened all the time. And that was the first time in my life where I always thought, these women don't think all that different than men. But if you're just a regular old guy, you better, they better like you for different reasons. But I got to see firsthand that if a guy's a really good looking guy, I mean, this guy was doing all sorts of bullshit to get away from women. It was absolutely ridiculous. He's 44 now. Let's see, is he 44? Let's see. Yeah, 44. About 50 pounds overweight, got a hair transplant, and had a baby with a topless dancer while she was high on coke. And he was the straightest guy in the world. He still's never tried alcohol, but he's attracted to these trashy women. But I'm not kidding you, for a 5-year period there, this guy got more damn ass than a toilet seat. I'm talking about good-looking, cute girls. But that ain't happening anymore. I'm telling you, I believe 100% in karma. I do. Hey, Tim, how you doing? I believe in it 100%. Goes around, comes around. He just got a hold of me about a month ago, and I blew him off. Yeah, I like ICP. I really do. I don't know if that lawsuit's still going on between them and the FBI. Hey, Frederick, how you doing? I think they want security as they get older. I don't think they want that when they're younger. I looked up a couple of my old girlfriends a couple weeks ago. There's only one that I'd consider attractive. I mean, they probably say the same thing about me. Hey, Rolla, how you doing? I mean it, Heather. You would not have believed it. Yeah, karma's real. I think so too. See that snow building up on the bottom of my window? That's because it's kind of wet and it was coming out of the southwest, just hanging on that lip of the window. Hey, Wayne, how you doing? Well, it's great so many people are up this late. I think Asian women and Spanish women will age pretty well too. No, isn't that the truth? Yeah, it's true. Oh, Superwoman, really, huh? Yeah, I'm just so glad it worked out for me this way. I'm so damn happy that I'm not in some relationship, man. I just couldn't do it. No way. Hey, Mateus, how you doing? Good morning to you. 82. Wow. You can have it. I'd rather be up here. I hate Florida. Hey, Marianne, how you doing? You think so, Piano Geek? Yeah, Spanish women too. Zach, you ever get down to Mexican Village in Mexicanville down there in Detroit? Do you ever eat there? Hey, John, how you doing? Hello. Hey, you ever get down there, Zach? Yeah, that happens too. Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about though, Mexican Village, Zach? That place. There's a lady. If you ever her and her husband own it. He looks like Cary Grant, and she's I probably one of the prettiest women I've ever seen in my life. If you when you go in the lobby, there are pictures of them. Evidently, they were in horse racing for a while. Just a stunning woman, like Sophia Loren type stuff. So I ate there the other day, and I put that video up of those nacho or fajitas with cheese. And I said to the waitress, I said, "Hey, is Connie still around? You know, it's got to be like 140 by now." She said, "Oh yeah, she was just in here a little while ago, talking to her granddaughter." And I said, "Oh, okay." And I went on the internet and looked later. I mean, you know, sooner or later you're going to end up looking old. But boy, geez, I was surprised. You know, I hate Facebook. I don't answer any of my Facebook things. I got an Instagram too. I think I'm going to delete. I looked on that thing the other day and saw all these people following me. I can't stand about half of them. Oh yeah, I would interview you. Botox, yeah, huh? Kayla is in rehab. Oh, really, Zach? Yeah, that happens. Yeah, I hate Facebook. I really do. You know, I think a lot of it's, you know, just the way you were raised, probably mental illness, all sorts of shit. I mean, everybody's not Ozzy and Harriet. I never did find Coco, but she's down there, Leslie. Girls have talked to her. Good night, Tweety. Yeah, keep looking, Shockler. Get on Plenty of Fish and Match.com, those things. I do know this, and that is that dating is so much different past like your 20s. It's not, they shouldn't even call it dating anymore. There's a guy at the post office. I really felt sorry for him. He's a good guy. They got a Down syndrome baby, another daughter, the wife. She was banging the union steward and told him that she's leaving him, got divorced. And it really upset this poor guy. I was really worried about him for a long time. He's like 53, not a bad looking guy. But he can't find a date to save his life. And when you get 50 and you got baggage, you're going to find one problem after another. It's not like you're 20, and even the girls that are going to be not that attractive at 30, they look pretty good at 20. It's just the way we've morphed into human beings and how the whole deal works. And he can't find anybody to date. They don't like him. He doesn't like them. And I understand why, because the criteria changes so much. They shouldn't even call it dating past your 20s. I don't know what a better way to describe it, but it's not even in the same league as what it was when you were 20 dating. everybody's half-ass attractive. You know, you give it a try. You know, maybe it'll work out, maybe it won't. But when you're 50, it's like one after another. It's like, I don't think so. I don't think anybody found the guy, Lisa, and I haven't heard from her in a while. Hey, Salato, how you doing? Isn't that the truth, Wayne? Yeah, that's what I think. I don't know who Kay is. I never heard of him before. Oh, okay, Shaka. It is funny, Zach. You're right. Yeah, Heidi. There you go. Yep. You know exactly. It's because it's so different, Heidi. Everything has changed. None of the criteria is the same. Zero. Big time, Lisa, particularly smoking. Okay, Wayne. Yeah, yeah, you got it. Yeah. Oh God, you're asking? You kidding me? You wouldn't want any advice from me. Talk to someone that's had like a long-term successful relationship. I don't want to ruin it for you. Yeah, Leslie. I mean, here's another thing too, and we've talked about this in the past. The fact of the matter is, cute white working girls get 10 times the attention as anybody else. Here's another thing that's screwed up. I notice myself getting defensive and pissed off and protective when some pervert wants to let Jamie move in with him and take care of her and get her back on her feet. And I think, yeah, that ain't happening on my watch. No way. I notice that with any of the girls where guys want to get hold of them, and I'll look at the guy's profile and I think, you're not meeting her through me. I mean, that could be messed up thinking on my part. If a guy called me and said, hey, I saw Ginger, you interviewed her, where is she at down there? I'm not telling him. It is so messed up. I mean, I'm not, though. I mean, I don't want to play that role in this thing. If anything, I'm like weird about it and in a weird way protective about them. I mean, I think if Becky told me, hey, set me up with your buddy, whoever, I don't think I'd want to do it. Isn't that nuts? Oh, really? Red wine's better for you, more antioxidants. That's what I think, Chi. Lisa, how old are you? You're what, like 24 or something like that? Yeah, isn't that something, Mary? Yeah. God. Yeah, I don't even know if I keep them safe, but man, if I kept one hint of some guy wanting to meet them, it just really gets me like on the defensive. Like, why? That's usually my first question. And the second question is, well, why don't you want Marguerite to move in with you? How come you didn't say anything about Kelly? Kay, her father got a hold of me through email the other day. Kay, and she's hanging out at a dope house, but I haven't seen her on the street. You're right, Zach. Yeah, you're right. I love Forensic Files. Only the ones that Peter Thomas narrates. No, you're right. Yeah. It's funny how you get these smart guys, these neurosurgeons and successful lawyers and business owners, and they marry these bimbos that end up having some ex NFL player kill them for $1,000. That's all those shows are about. Predators, yeah, that's it. Yeah, Kay Sweet. I have not talked to Kay since that one, the one and only interview I did with her. Yeah, that's Kay. Yep. Yeah, she was in a dope house about a month ago when I was down there, but I have not seen her. But I said her father contacted me a few days ago. They weren't really married either. I found out later, but so what? Yeah, multiple sclerosis. It's interesting the way that they think people get multiple sclerosis, Leslie. I met a lady in Chicago that had multiple sclerosis, and I used to clean her aquarium for her. That's no shit, kid. You're right. No, man, I don't even know what bars or nightclubs or any of that stuff's like. No, Sue, it's the voice. American Greed. When Stacy Keach kicks a bucket, forget it. They tried that narrator when Peter Thomas died in Forensic Files. Sucks. It could have been the most interesting murder in the world. Because of his voice, I didn't want to listen to it. In City Confidential, Paul Winfield. They had somebody replace him when he died. Couldn't handle it. Yeah, I'll do that, Solano. I'll subscribe to your channel. Rose City, I was over there today. I don't know if that's true, Lisa. I think your odds are better. I mean, look, if people are, I think if people were just doing half of what they were supposed to, that were attending church, they'd be better than you'd find out in the wild. It's worth a try. Yeah, I love American Greed. The thing about it is, man, they got to quit showing all these same episodes every week on Monday. Such bullshit, man. You'll see it 3 weeks in a row, the same one, while they have new episodes. 22, okay. Oh, thanks, Lori. Appreciate it. Pittsburgh, wow. I bought one of those Daytona Turbo Zs when they first came out, Chrysler made, and they had all sorts of problems with them. I had that piece of shit break down on me 5 times while I was in Pittsburgh. AAA ended up canceling me because I kept getting it towed in. What a damn nightmare. It's a cool town, though. No, isn't that funny, Sports Speak? That's exactly right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, those were excellent, weren't they, Blue Malibu? Yeah. Hey, Kim, how you doing? Robert Stack. Yeah, it was excellent. I watched every Unsolved Mystery there was. My neighbors got murdered when I was living in Florida. I was supposed to be on Unsolved Mysteries. I didn't really want to be on it. Moses and Delilah Lall, Lall, parrot breeders, Loxahatchee, Florida. They never did get the guy that killed him. Oh, thank you, Kim. Virgins. Yeah, you're right, Gerald. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah. You're right. Hey, Shockler, do you remember they had a show on TV? And this is so poignant. The name of the show was Faker Florida. And for you to make a comment about Florida, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And basically, they'd show you a scenario, and you had to guess if it was fake or it was something that happened in Florida. Isn't that the truth? Harry was his name. You can look up the Unsolved Mystery thing. Harry. Pretty sure it was Harry. The cops did a piss poor, shitty job. Just a crappy job. Yeah, but Lisa, the whole thing is, I mean, if you buy into it, you're expected to sin, and that's why Jesus died for you, and all that kind of stuff. That shouldn't turn you off on anybody. I mean, it's true, Shocker. I agree with you. Watch that movie, Florida Project. You'll appreciate it. It was all filmed in Kissimmee, Florida, which just nailed it, man. That summed it up just perfectly. Yeah, okay, there you go. Yep. Hey, Kalea, how you doing? How's it going? So nuts. Yeah, it's like Florida Project. Florida Project. It didn't do that well, but you know how it is. That doesn't mean it wasn't a good movie. It summed up Florida to a T. Came out a couple years ago. That's true, Matthias. Yeah. Yeah, I'm better than I used to be. I usually don't stay up this late, but I thought, oh, what the hell? I'll get on there and see who's on there. Indiana, all right. West Branch, Michigan for me. Super, where do you live? Like Pennsylvania or something like that? Ohio. Good for him, Kate. Oh, East Point, all right. Yeah, no, you'll appreciate it for you to make a comment like that about Florida. This is going to be extra special for you. No, I was watching some glider videos today on YouTube. There's a guy that goes out and flies around the Sierra Nevadas. Now, if I could do that, I would be interested in it. I got a ride in a glider once. I couldn't wait till the damn thing was over. Talk about boring. But if I could fly around those mountains, I would really like that. Deadwood, South Dakota. You don't live there, do you, Lisa? I spent a ton of time in Deadwood, South Dakota. Weeks upon weeks upon weeks. Does Kevin Costner still own that golf course? He was out there one time when I was there, and his brother. Ah, thanks, Puds. I appreciate it. I don't really say I do anything. I like to, but I like to do something, help. But I think I know what helps and what doesn't, and I haven't really done anything, I would consider helping. I mean, I haven't. Shocker, you're gonna really like that, man. Florida Project. Get that and watch that tomorrow. It's gonna ring so many bells. My birthday was January 4th. Turned 64. Yeah, you're gonna like it. I know you're going to. It just sums it up so perfectly. Florida sucks. Oh, okay, Heather. 37. Wow. Happy birthday. Oh, no kidding. Wow. I had some really good photo albums from there. That's interesting. I love Deadwood. I haven't been out there in, geez, 15 years, but I spent a lot of time in Deadwood. Do you work right there in Deadwood, Lisa? What do you do? She's doing fine. Expected to make a full recovery. Went to rehab and she's living with her mother. Oh, Florida sucks, man. I hate that. I got to shut up about Florida. They just sound like a lunatic, but I can back it up with facts. No, that helps, though. It sure does. Sue, what town are you living at down there, Florida? Which town? Oh, interesting, Lisa. Huh. They still got that guy running around yelling steakhouse is open in the summer, walking up and down the street. Sports speak, all right. Yeah, that put Deadwood on the map, that Kevin Costner movie. Tallahassee, okay, I think you told me that. That's too far north. You still get pretty cold up there. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, no kidding, spearfish. Wow, that's cool. I did a lot of photography out there too. It's a beautiful place. I had some really good photos. You know, when the railroad came through there, the Chinese were brought in to work as laborers. It was that what was loaded with Chinese at one time, believe it or not. Oh, Florida sucks, Kalea. Hey, it helps, Sue. Yeah, you go. It's true. It's funny, you just click into things sometimes, you know. Yeah, Shockler, that was actually a bet with a filmmaker. I got a buddy of mine that was trying to be a filmmaker. He's still trying. And the bet was that negative commentaries did better than positives. And that's what that bet was over. I think alligators are cool, man. They really are. They haven't changed in 200 million years. You got to give them credit. Neither's the possum. It pisses me off when they catch an alligator in a built-in swimming pool and they kill the alligator. Such nonsense. Yeah, I caught a lot of shit over that. Man, I gotta get a glass of water. Excuse me, hon. Hey, Erica. Yeah. Also, possums never get rabies. Hey, Cocaino. How you doing? You sure you're from Russia? Everybody I know that went to the Philippines came back. Oh, thank you, Kay. They are that possum. That's involuntary. They can't help it. You had a good weekend. Yep. Good, Carol. How you doing? Yeah, coyotes. Yep. They were in Chicago coming downtown. They got one sleeping in a cooler at a 7-Eleven right in the middle of downtown. Oh, sorry about that, John. You get rid of it, or you get that super strain that they can't get rid of. It's at 30 here. No, you know, it never interested me. I had a million chances to go. My wife went a bunch of times. I didn't give a shit about it. I was really into oil paintings and photography for a long time, vintage, and I had tons of stuff from Europe. I don't even know what spice is. What the hell is it? Oh, wow, Heather. Nothing eats more bird eggs than raccoons. It is in the U.S. Yep. Yeah, I never heard of Swedish fish either. Somebody told me about them. No, raccoons, man, they'll drown the dog. They're smart. Oh, really, Mike? All right. Potpourri, you're kidding. Fly fishing is a real art. I don't do it, but I know people that do. Yeah, I took a little nap and then I got on. I thought, I like impromptu shit, nothing planned. Hey, Lambie. No, Mateus, it's harder to cook than crack. It is. It is. It is hard. Peanuts. Me and peanuts. Can you hear me? Sorry. So 3:09, 3:09, 3:09 a.m. I got a ticket one time for picking up a possum, obstructing traffic, and then I paid to get a hip transplant. Cost me $680 35 years ago. Well, that's cool, Mike. Fly tying is a real art. It's a beautiful art. Go up there to Grayling. They're big into that stuff. No, Stephanie, it's hard. Stephanie, take the lozenges and the patches both. And you can't be living with a smoker. Peanuts, peanuts. Yeah, and I had to keep it for 2 months. Fed it dog food while I watched TV. It was a great experience. Yeah, I'm eating peanuts. I'm not too good at it. Oh, the Art Institute. Wow. No, I'm fighting it, Jelly Jane. I'm fighting it. I just sent a Freedom of Information Act request to the state police and they need 10 days because there's such a big request. I might get it adjourned. That guy, I wish he never pulled me over. I shouldn't have got pulled over. It does, Lisa. It's so gross. Vaping? That hurts your lungs, some of it, so you better check into it. I believe it. They say you're only supposed to quit things one at a time, Hippo. No, you got to do both, patches and lozenges. Yeah, I don't really know too much about that vaping. I don't know whether it's all vaping, some vaping, what. Oh, good for you, Sue. That's cool. Yeah, it's outside of a condo, but that's snow right below that light on a window sill lit. Oh, good for you, Rush. Good for you. It's hard to quit. I know that. Daisy loves the snow. Yeah. Oh yeah, you should have, man. They're cheap. It's a good deal. Oh, I am fighting. This cop's a total douchebag. He's gonna lose. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, it's cool over there. Oh, really, Client? No kidding. They're like that in Georgia. Yeah, texting's gotten out of hand. Oh, I'm going to stick it to him. Don't you worry. I'm going to win for sure. That's it, Mike. Good for you, Stephanie. Wow. Yeah, I got lucky on that one, Griffin. Wow, Lou. Good for you. You won't win long term, though. Hey, May, how you doing? Yeah, we're having a late party. Law. It's a law. Yeah, it's a shitty feeling, isn't it, Tim? I hate the smell of marijuana. I agree, Lisa. When did you send that, Frederick? I can't believe you guys are up this late. Hey, I want to see who won this UFC thing, the main event. No, I'm normally not up this late. Yeah, and that's something, Stephanie? Good for you. Oh, wow, Sue. Colorado, yeah. Hey, Erica, you know where Keystone is at out there in Colorado? All right, with that. That's this. That's this server one. Yeah, I love Mahomes. Yeah, I'm working late tonight. Yeah, that's what they say, Janice. Now, Erica, do they get a lot of snow up there? Like even when you wouldn't, where you're at? Somebody told me that's 9,000 feet today. Is that true? I didn't look it up. It is, Sue. It's peaceful. You're right. Yeah, way to go, Lori. Yeah, the notifications are crappy on YouTube. Hit and miss. Oh, good for you, man. McGregor knocked him out in 40 seconds in the first round. Yeah, I like snow. Yeah, I will. I gotta find it first, Adrian. I'll upload it. It should be on there though, because I know YouTube didn't block it, and I re-uploaded it. Oh, they do for sure. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I like watching. Shockley, it's funny you should mention that because, when I was young, I thought, well, I'll get a place out in the middle of nowhere, quiet. And it took me a long time to figure this out. But, I would rather live next to an expressway with the window cracked than quiet. There's something about the sound of cars going by. Okay, Adrian. It's probably in my box now. I'll check it. I'll check for it, Frederick. I should have it in there then. Oh, cool, Mike. I go cut through Grayling a lot. That's another dead town. That barbecue place, though, that Ray's Blues, good barbecue. Isn't that something, Erica? Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Oh, thank you, Sue. No, a condominium. It's a lot like a motel, though. Wish I did live in a motel. I would like to live in one. I wouldn't mind it. All right, Mike. Hey, Christina, how you doing? Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's so funny, you'd think the opposite. Quiet and frogs and crickets and all that shit. I like hearing traffic go by. Not horns and shit like downtown Chicago, but like an expressway up where I live in a rural place, a main highway. Nobody's blowing horns. You hear the cars going by at night, just start thinking about them. I love that, man. Quiet sucks. It sounds like a good idea, but the reality of it is go bonkers. Yeah, it's excellent, Mike. Excellent ribs. You could change it, Sue. Just practice on it. Go to a speech therapist. I put a fan on too, Erica. You got to watch it blowing on you. That's the number one cause for pneumonia. That'll finish you off once you get in your 70s. I like that too. You talking about a fan or a vibrator, man? Right on, Super. I could be screwed there. That place got sold. Oh, okay, Kalina. Thanks. That's what I have, a box fan. It's the best one for noise. Good for you. Yeah, I wouldn't like barking dogs. I like coyotes barking in the distance though. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we're here to help, Mateus. I like the, I don't know about a big city or country, but I'll tell you this: I'd rather live in a rural community and visit the city. It's not quite answering your question. I'm gonna get rid of this dildo. See you later, loser. I got rid of him, man. Yeah, Ollie. Oh, okay. You want to know something weird? We're talking about sounds. You know what's crazy is like, I have this like fan, but when a snow plow is plowing at night, I don't know whether it's the frequency or the decibel. I'm not sure. It's different. But when the damn guys drop that damn blade down to push the snow, that thing wakes me up, and it's not even that loud. So weird. Nah, she'll either watching or she'll have her stupid daughter watch it tomorrow, May. Yeah, fucking bitch. Yeah, but when they drop that blade, it's kind of a muffled sound. It drives me nuts. Wakes me up. Deep South, all right. I do. That's because of Daisy, though. 67 is the temperature, 66, 67. If it was just me, it'd be 70. I don't like sleeping under covers really, but when it's 67, I have to because Daisy, her hair is growing out now and she gets too hot. Yeah, it's funny you should say that. So that's a nice sound. I don't know why I haven't like stuck with that more. Unabomber Shockler. Ted Kaczynski, he wanted a cabin in the Montana. Better watch out, man, on her profile, yeah. Yeah, it really is, Lisa. Now they do that with anybody that disagrees with their dumbass. Yeah, probably, and communicate with her stupid daughter. Yeah, that's pretty rare though, Shockler. That's like winning a scratch off. Wow. Yeah, Uncle Ted. Flat Rock, Michigan. Flat Rock, Michigan. South of Detroit. No, you like a pan too, huh, Daryl? All right. That's cool. She brags about it, super. I catch a lot of criticism for missing her Down syndrome smile. Yeah, I know it. Hey, James. That's an upgrade where she lived before me. That's Ollie. Ollie did Jelly. Yeah, I know. Pure white trash. Well, I did a lot of other places way before Michigan Avenue. It was just Detroit in general. Honestly, I've done that kind of stuff my whole life. Photography up until about 2007. Then I got bored with it. And then YouTube came out, and I was kind of just looking for a place to, try video and watch it myself. That's how it happened. Honestly, there was never any plan to like have some channel or, some promote some channel or something like that. I still don't do it. Oh God, man. Yeah, Del Rey, which is kind of dying out, Bookie. Del Rey, if you Google it, it'll show you where that's at in Detroit. I film everything. It's not just Detroit. I mean, if you look at the videos I uploaded today, I've been kind of consistent about, what interests me. Well, you like that area? No, no, no way would I ask for a subscriber. I never ask a like, thumbs up, none of that. No way, not happening. No, I'm not. No, I'm not Superwoman. I'm staying up. Because I think it's just cool how you can just randomly like log on and all these people be on here this late. Oh, that's cool, Mary. I can see why. Where at, Christine? What's that, Dale? What are you waiting for? I'll sleep in tomorrow. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Manny, I hope Manny pulls out of that. No, I don't. Honestly, Brandon, I don't think they look that much. They don't really get into it. Oh, Woodhaven. All right, cool. If you're a working girl, drug addict, and you get murdered, man, you're fucking screwed. Oh, a lot of times, Adrian. Yeah, a million times. I went to Monroe Community College. I had a girlfriend out in Adrian for a while. Oh, that's cool too. Yeah, that's the way I look at it, Sue. So aggravating, man. Listen to people. I think it's a bunch of bullshit. No, hardly ever nap. No, rarely. Usually I can't even fall asleep like I did tonight. That's why I'm up late now screwing around. I think I got a sleep disorder. Not sleep apnea, but something else. No, that's how it is, Mateus. Yeah, it's no shit. I've seen too many. Flint, same way. It's 3:36 a.m. Hey, sexy, how you doing? What are you doing up right now? She does, Brandon. Yes. If you scroll around her video, you'll see links to her obituary. Yeah, when I was in high school, Woodhaven didn't have a high school. They would go to our high school. I'd rather do these streams. Way to go, Sue. '64, Adrian. I just turned 64 January 4th. Yeah. Well, thanks. I'm not really doing much, Anita, but I'm heading that way. I'm working on it always. Which steroid injections you get, Erica? Which one? Did you get prednisone? That's it, Sue. No, never in the military, no. Yeah, sexy. I love plates. Yeah, I've had a pilot's license for like 40 years, I think. Something like no, not 40, 35. I'm gonna come down there and take you flying. That's a good question. I'm not really sure what that is. I'm gonna look. I think it's snow. Could be a seal broke and it's moisture. I'm not really sure. I was wondering that myself. It's snow. It's snow. City Airport's dead. They don't even maintain it anymore, Lisa. I know two guys that took their planes out of there because they chipped their props. Yeah, they get medical care, Adrian. Yeah, they do. Yeah. It was prednisone, I bet you. You'll know tomorrow if you want to eat the kitchen sink. Oh yeah, it'd be fun, sexy. I'd take you flying. Oh, Daisy chases deer constantly, all the time. You should do that. I got about 1,000 jumps, Lisa. You should do it. Now it's all tandem jumping, two people. And it's almost impossible to get hurt. You should do it if that interests you. That's what you got. You got prednisone. What do you got? Some inflammation, Erica? You got some inflammation going on? I'm not a big marijuana guy. I hate the smell of it. I've never tried it. If you look at Colorado, the bankruptcies, car accidents, divorces, it just doesn't look good. It's a good time, Lisa. Nah, Sue, you get over it, Sue. It's not like it's so funny, man. You may surprise yourself when you get up there. It's not like you think. Yeah, that's what a lot of people say too. Yeah. You can get that fixed now, Erica. They've come a long way with microsurgery and disectomies and stuff like that. You shouldn't be suffering from any kind of pain with any kind of spinal injury anymore. No, piano. I think you'd like it. It's not what you're thinking, man. It's you would grow as a person if you did it. No, Lunar. I'm telling you, you'd think differently when you got up there. Every pilot I know has some kind of heebie-jeebie that gives them the creeps. A buddy of mine, he can't. He freaks out when he's below buildings and he's flying past them, like flying an approach into some airport. Mine is being in a slower airplane, an older one, and in a steep bank where you're looking down. You're doing like a 45-degree bank, and it doesn't seem like you're moving. That's my heebie-jeebie. But if I'm hauling ass and I can see the ground moving by, I'm fine. But if I get one of those steep banks, it gives me the heebie-jeebies. Everybody has something in flying that they don't feel comfortable with. That's mine. Some guys don't like getting low. Some guys don't like getting real high. Some guys are afraid of crosswinds. Some guys get freaked out landing. It's just the way it is. You get over it all. No, no, Erica, it's not like that anymore. Back surgery is not like it used to be. There are some excellent videos on neurosurgeons on YouTube. I don't know if you've watched them at all, but you shouldn't suffer with any kind of pain at all anymore. That's old school thinking. No, back surgery is the way to go if you're suffering from discomfort. Combination of things, Shockler. Economy, big three, city that lost a lot of its population for a lot of reasons. It's not just one thing. It's a culmination of things. Oh, Laura, you could do it. Laura, they have classes for that now. Depends what surgery they do, Erica. Oh wow, Michigan loving. Wow. You know, Mike, we got a pretty good guy over here though, Jaganathan. There's another guy, Patel, at the University of Michigan. You get over that, Lori. You could get over that. Oh, interesting. Hey, Cass, how you doing? No, I agree. I hope so, Shankar. I hope he does. Yeah, Stephanie, there are other ways around that. Yeah, good for you, Erica. Erica, get that. Do some due diligence on your back research. There are different certifications for orthopedic surgeons and neurosurgeons. If you don't have time to do it, I'll do it if you want me to research your area. But there are different levels of back surgeons. You know, you got to really do your due diligence. But the back surgery has come a long way. If you suffer from discomfort, you've got to get epidurals or injections. It's just no way to live. It's not necessary anymore. What's your diagnosis? Do you know? Is it stenosis or impingement or what? Yeah, blind's cool. Lisa, you still living over there in Windsor? Oh, good. Good luck to you, James. Numbness in your leg, huh? Both legs or one, Sylvia? Hey, Dad girl, how you doing? Oh, interesting. Well, don't worry about it, Erica. You know, I don't know how old you are. I think you're pretty young, but you know, it's very scary to have that kind of pain, and you can only assume that it's going to get worse as you age and what's it going to be like when you're older. Don't think that way. There's a way out of this. You just haven't found it yet. Back surgery's come a long way. Honestly, Stoya, I don't know, man. I don't. I couldn't really answer you that. I'd be pulling something out of my ass and making up some bullshit. I know they need things, and I know people want to give them to them, and I'm not saying it's the greatest idea. I just have a hard time saying no. It's a flaw in my personality, believe me. I don't have a crystal ball to decide who's legit and who's not. So I really can't give you a good explanation why. Why? Yeah, we got like 4 inches alley cat. Nothing great. That's possible. Yeah, and an MRI isn't all encompassing. It's possible. So that's good. A fracture isn't the end of the world, Erica. It seems like it at this time. If you're suffering from a lot of pain, but what does it bother you the most? Is it when you're sitting or standing or all the time or what? Sitting is the worst thing you can do for your spine with regard to compression and pain. Sciatica, yeah, interesting. Yeah, that shouldn't have happened, Lisa. Sorry about that. I tried calling her, went right into voicemail, Alley Cat. It says she's out, but I kind of doubt it, or I'd have heard from her by now. Oh, wow, Cans. Yeah, drop foot's very significant, Sylvia. That's a serious problem. Sylvia, did you eventually that I mean that's definitely compression. You don't want a lesion to form. Did you get that taken care of? Drop foot's a big deal. I agree, Lisa. Yeah, I agree with you. No, I'm familiar with Cummings though, Frederick. No, I have not. A lot of black bear up there. I have not heard of that. Yeah, Erica, you're going to get this fixed. It's scary to at your age. You haven't had enough life experiences to realize that it's going to be resolved one of these days. It just takes a while. There's a protocol because of your insurance carrier, that kind of thing. But that's not going to get worse, and you're not going to be crippled at 35 like you're probably having anxiety over. No, not me, Shopper. I avoid chiropractors like the plague. Any old dummy in the world can get into chiropractic school. It's not really a doctor. I think it works for isolated problems, but they're a world away from a neurosurgeon. I think they're great with psychosomatic issues, but for hardcore medical issues, I wouldn't touch a chiropractor with a 10-foot pole. No way. It is, Erica, because it's a neurological issue, but it doesn't mean that you can't get it fixed. Have you tried Neurontin, gabapentin at all, Erica? Has anybody prescribed that to you? No, chiropractic's bullshit. Unless it's between the ears. I mean, you can be the dumbest bastard in the world and be a chiropractor. Oh, you live in Rose City, that girl? Oh, you love Rose City. That's what I thought. Yeah, I know, but I mean, you should be pain free, Erica. As long as they're not trying to get you on opioids, take it. And if you're getting injection, which I'm pretty sure is probably prednisone, you'll be fine. Yeah, that's right. No, you. Yep. Yeah, I think massages have a benefit. I'm not saying it's impossible, Sue, but oh, good for you, Michigan Mike. Forever, Adrian. Yeah, forever. Yeah, no, I mean it's scary at your age, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I guarantee you that. You're right. The MS complicates things because it's a neurological issue. Did you answer my question? Have you tried Neurontin, gabapentin? It's the same drug. Have you tried that at all? Oh, okay. Basically, that's a medication you can take as many as you want. There's not going to be any downside. You might want to try and get that refilled and just increase your dose until you're pain free. It's really a wonder drug. It's a good idea. It's a like no consequence alternative. It's a zero side effect drug. You could eat a whole jar full of them and nothing bad would happen. It can only help. I'm surprised that hasn't been prescribed you already. Again, in some ways, you're right, James Murphy. I don't think so, Rough Rider. I don't think it is. All right, Alley Cat. Good night. I don't know about that kratom. I've got a book, but I haven't read it yet. Now I got a doctor buddy that doesn't like it, but other people told me it's been their savior. Oh, how's that work for you, Mark? Yeah, I don't believe that, Shockler. I don't. There's no shortage of sick people and problems. I mean, I really don't. I'd tell you if I did. I could be wrong, but I don't think that way. Good night, much you, Mike. Glad having you on. Thank you. No, Mary. No, Lisa, I think the flu shot's the way to go. I mean, you could get by at your age with not getting it, but I've read a shit ton on the flu shot, and it's not 100%. But all things considered, you're better off getting it than not. Good night, Superwoman. Glad to see you. Oh, wow, all right. Hey, Charles, how are you? Oh, really, Shopper? Huh? How cold, Charles? Oh, great, Chris. Glad you liked it. Hey, June. It's the way to go, Lisa. Believe me. You'll learn that. Rotator cuff surgery. That's a long rehab, Anita. You have to get it, but that's a long rehab. Ah, Sylvia, you'll be fine. That's the way to go. Khrushchev. Though. Oh wow, Lori. Congratulations. Yeah, that's not that many in America. You know, they got their problems, but by and large, I think they're pretty good people. Yeah, I think I got rotator cuff problems, Larry. Yeah, mostly bad, probably, Lisa. All right, Roger. Yeah, take care. Yeah, Suboxone's a bitch. They say there's nothing worse than a Suboxone uh, um, getting off it. Kind of, Sue, but it takes out the middleman and it allows you to work a job and lead a responsible life. What's that, Janice? You're right, Sue. It does have a long half life. Interesting, Mateus. You know, I got a doctor buddy of mine. He doesn't like kratom. He said it wreaks havoc on your kidneys and liver. Depressed economy, Adrian. That's right. That's what my doctor buddy says, Anita. Well, you know, it's a supplement, Carol, shocker, and you never know what you're getting. You might get a strong dose one time and a weak dose the next. Interesting, Anita. Huh? No, David. I just think it's periodic law enforcement. Yeah, it is profit. It is too. Interesting, Anita. I never read that. Oh, no kidding, Frederick. Huh? Fantastic's cool. She has. She's been on the streets since she was 15. Tassie got a job at a fast food place, midnight shift, Janice. No, I'm still here, but I'm gonna go to bed in a minute. Tired. It's great you guys are on here tonight, late like this. I'm still here, Mary. I was deleting some messages. It's my big hobby. Never ends. Well, I think I'm going to call it a night, you guys. It was great being on here this late with this many people. Thank you. I don't want to cut anybody off, so if you have one last statement or finish off a conversation, please do. Yeah, I drank one earlier, Prophet. Should have drank some more, probably. Hey, Decker, good talk. Good to talk to you. Peace in the Middle East, why not? Yeah. All right. Hey, June. Good night, Don. Yeah, it's a great night tonight, really. This is probably one of the more remarkable late night chats, man. Impromptu came on, didn't come on till 2. Here it is, 4 something. So nice to talk to people from all over the place. Emperor, be yourself. That's all I can say. You're not going to learn at a faster rate than any of us did at your age, so take it as it comes. Good night, Erica. Yeah, thanks, Mojo. Appreciate it. All right, sexy. Take you for that plane ride. Look up the Mile High Club. All right, Janice. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate you being on here. All right, Blue Metal. Blue, thanks. Take care, Sylvia. Erica, let me know how you go, how that goes for you. Don't give up. It's very fixable. Oh, wow, James. Wow. Well, I'm glad you're on. Thank you. Yeah, it was a good day for me. I like the snow. Yeah, you too, Marianne. Thanks. All right, Mojo. All right, sexy. Be flying around. All right, Erica. Yeah, no, I get how it's scary at your age. You can only think if it's like this at this age, what's it going to be like at 50? It's throw that out the window. It's bullshit. It's not like that anymore. All right, Sylvia. Okay. Small world, huh? All right, Joy Jane. Thank you. Yeah. Good night, Janice. Frederick, look for that letter. I'll be on tomorrow night as well. Thanks a lot.